Okay, today is something new that we haven't done before. So up until now, we've been doing really simple crafts and experiments, but I thought let's take it up a notch and try to do an actual challenge. So I will be reading you a book called How to Catch a Star, and we will in turn be helping the main character achieve its goal of catching a star. So let's get right into the book. Here you go, How to Catch a Star.
How to Catch a Star by Oliver Jeffers. How to Catch a Star. Once there was a boy, and the boy loved stars very much. Every night the boy watched the stars from his window and wished he had one of his very own. He dreamed of how the star would be his friend. They would play hide and go seek and take long walks together. The boy decided he would try to catch one. He thought getting up early in the morning would be best, because then the star would be tired from being up in the sky all night. The next day he set out at sunrise, but he could not see a star anywhere, so he sat down and waited for one to appear. He waited and waited and ate lunch and waited, and after dinner he waited some more. Finally, just before the sun was about to go away, he saw a star. The boy tried to jump up and grab it, but he could not jump high enough. So, very carefully, he climbed to the top of the tallest tree he could find, but the star was still way out of reach. He thought he might lasso the star with the life preserver from his father's boat, but it was much too heavy for him to carry. If only he could fly up in a spaceship and just grab the star. But the only spaceship he owned was made of paper, and it didn't fly well at all. Perhaps he could get a seagull to help him fly up into the sky to reach his star, but the only seagull he could find didn't want to help. The boy worried he would never catch a star. Just then he noticed something floating in the water. It was the prettiest star he had ever seen, just a baby star. It must have fallen from the sky. He tried to fish it out with his hands, but when the boy reached out to touch the star, it just rippled through his fingers. Now the boy was sad, but in his heart, the wish just wouldn't give up. Slowly, he began walking home. And that's when he saw it, washed up on the bright golden sand. The boy had caught a star of his very own.
So he was able to catch a star, but it wasn't a real star, was it? He wasn't actually able to get up into space and get that star down. He actually was able to catch a starfish. So I thought, let's help him get into space and actually catch a real star. Here we go. Okay, so in the story, the boy didn't actually catch a star. It looks like he caught a starfish. So I'm wondering, can you design and build something that will be able to catch a star? Well, what are ways we catch things? Let's talk about that first. Well, we all know that we can catch a virus. So I'm wondering if we can mimic the way that we catch a virus the same way to catch a star. We know that we catch balls in sports, so I'm wondering if we can mimic that too. We catch animals, unfortunately, with snares, traps, nets, and cages. So can we look at our current traps and figure out a way to use those to catch a star? So I thought it might be helpful to talk about stars. Well, what are they made of? And stars are made of gases. So whatever trap you make will have to be able to trap a gas. So you'll have to research that. And what stars should you catch? You don't want to catch the sun because we need that. And so the two closest stars are Alpha Centauri A and Alpha Centauri B, and they are 40 trillion kilometers away. So here's your mission. Make something that can go to space, and I put it in quotations there because we know it actually won't go to space, and it has to be able to catch a star. So you will have to think out, what about your creation makes it go to space, and what about your creation makes it able to catch a star? You have your whole house to use when it comes to materials. You have your kitchen supplies, your toys, any cardboard, arts and crafts, tapes, clay, toys, anything that your parents say you can use and pretend to use it to build something that can catch a star. So really let your mind go wild. Okay, here's how this